Well, hello everyone and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Kathy. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day and joining me. So tonight I have updates and an announcement on the sew along. So first order of business is finishes. I don't have anything that is completely finished, but I'll give you a clue. I have this that is just about finished. Yes, this is what it is. I'll show you the back here. This is the backing that I chose, and notice it's got the beautiful stars in there. This is the Fat Quarter Shop Sparklers. I think that's what it was called. Let me make sure I have it. It's the Sweet Land of Liberty panel. I have not bound it yet. I will try to include a photo of it, not in this video, but once I get it completed, I will probably have it in the updates then. Okay, normally when I trim my quilts, I do like to leave a 1/4 inch of the batting on the edge, just so when I do the binding, I have a little softness there. But this is the binding that I will be using. It's the red with the polka dots, and I used the tan with the polka dots for the backing. That is going to be completed this week because it is going to be in my living room for 4th of July. Next thing I have that y'all have already seen this in part of my haul. I am doing a Mill Hill buttons and beads. It's called Summer Sampler. That's what it is. And I'm trying to get this done before the 4th of July. I'm probably not going to be able to have it framed, but where I work, we will be getting off starting Wednesday. So I only have a 2-day work week this week. And I was going to show you, I'm not going to put this close up to you because it is the pattern, but I did state in my haul kind of how I do things when I do cross stitch, and I told y'all I photocopy it and I highlight. That's what I've got worked, and it's actually 2 pages. Wait, no, it's only 1 page. It's only 1 page, but the second page has my color chart on it. But that's how I do it. I photocopy it, but I was going to show you how it is. The Mill Hill buttons and beads, they are done on perforated paper, but it's just like using Ada. And what I do is I do the cross stitch first, and then I come back and I do the beads. So, and just for y'all to see how I store all of it, you're going to think I'm crazy, but like this. And let me show you what's in here. I have beads in that. Now, I do have a bead box, but I started working this, and this is what I had. So I have beads in this. My threads are on my ring. Normally, I have a little box that I'm able to put these in, but that box is with my Christmas stocking that I've been working. And when I work with beads, I had to go get these because I couldn't find mine. But I have little needle threaders, and I have 2 of them because I cannot get them little bead needles threaded for anything. Now, of course, I have a little pair of scissors that I put in here. Now, when I show you this, you're going to know I'm old school. But I did have this needle threader, and that's a magnet that holds it. These are my needle cases that I have. I love these things. I actually write on them. This is my bead needles. This is my cross stitch 18 count needles, and this is my cross stitch 14 count needles, because I put it by fabric count on there, because I can use a larger needle with a smaller thread or a smaller count. Like a 14 count, I can use a larger needle. But this is a project that I am hoping to complete before the 4th of July. I would love to have it completed and framed, but that may not happen. I'm going to try though. I'm going to try my hardest. So that is an update that I have on one of my cross stitches. Another cross stitch, I have not started it, but I do think this is what I got the fabric for. This was in my cross stitch haul. Do y'all remember? I was like, I don't know what this thread went to, and I couldn't remember. It was to this. See those little things there? Okay, the reason I couldn't remember is because the book has a different display of the patterns than what I saw on the internet when I ordered it. When I ordered it, these were done in a long thing. It was like this was the first, this was the middle, and this was the last picture. And that's what I want to do. I want to cross stitch this in a long thing to where I can hang it over either my TV or over my mantle, my fireplace. So that I have not started. I have not got my fabric yet. I'm probably going to use a Q-snap with that. The Q-snap is what I use with my Christmas stocking. It's got the round poles that you use instead of the spring ring. I probably won't be using that. But those are my cross stitch. I have not diamond painted. Once again, I am still working on the reorg in my house, and I still have boxes on my dining room table that I'm going through, and it seems like when I get one off, another one goes back on my table, but that's okay, because that means I'm getting another box out of the way. So I do have some things that I finished. I forgot completely. I did have a finish 100%. This is my Liberty box. This is the second project that was in the Liberty box. It was the little sparkle star, I think is what it was called. That is just the cutest little thing. And it does come with the screws. So I'm having to think about where I want this to hang. It's probably going to hang here in my craft room and just leave it up all year round. Because I do like these things. I think they're just cute as can be. And I think this is called a mini. I'm not real sure. But if it's called a mini, I can make more than one and have those. But I did get my Peaceful Baskets block completed. Now, somebody commented the other day that on the video that I did not show the block. Well, I never could get the whole block in the frame, so that's why it wasn't shown, but I can do it now. So I will show you the whole block now. This is called the 9-patch basket block. But again, I can't see where I'm holding it. That is the block, let me see, 3 of the Peaceful Baskets. And I know I will need to go back and redo that first block, because it was all Yankee. And I need to fix that. Or janky, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you want to call it. It was all jacked up. It was not straight. It wasn't good at all. So let me make room off of my table here and onto this table, because if it's on this table, I know I've talked to you about it. The next thing, y'all, look at the name on this. The Peaceful Baskets are pressed flower. This is pressed flowers. Look, guys, look, look, look. I have the fabric cut out. So literally, yes, this is going to be worked on this week, if not completed. It will be worked on. I did get it all cut out. It took a little while because I kept getting disturbed. But that is on my table to be worked on this week. The next thing that I will be working on, and I should have gotten this cut out today, but I didn't get it cut out today. But I will be working on my poppy cotton. I will be working on this block this week. And that is the flag block. I need to look at that and see. That shouldn't be real difficult to do. No, it's just half square triangles and stripes, really. It's not going to be too difficult to do. But I will be trying to get that block done before the weekend, because this coming weekend is when our next clue comes out. So this would be clue number 7 is July. So yeah, it would be 7. Clue number 7 comes out, and that's only clue number 4. So I only have 3 clues done. I want to get clue number 4. I'd like to get 4, 5, and 6 done, but I'm not going to get, I don't know. I may, since I have a long holiday weekend. I have Wednesday through Sunday off. I really need to work on my house. I don't need to be sewing, but I probably will be. I'll probably be sewing, y'all. The next thing, now this is high hopes, wanting to get this done. I have everything I need. You saw this in the haul. Where I was smashing my stash. Now this is smashing my stash. For sure, it is smashing my stash. And I don't know why, but it keeps, I need to get it in front of me. Let me move this to the side of me. Okay, yeah, that fell down. But this is smashing my stash. And it is the God Bless America. Now, I do want to get this done before the 4th of July, but it may not get done. A little earlier today, and I say earlier, it wasn't earlier in the day. It was just maybe an hour ago. There is an emergency in my children's, I say my children's family because it's their dad. He is having a medical emergency. So I don't know what amount of everything I'm going to get done. The next thing, so this isn't all. We have the Tree of Life that should be shipping out on the 2nd. This is cotton cuts. And I'll just show you my little box. I think we've done clue number 5. And I always have to look. Yes, we have done clue number 5 of 10. There you go. 5. And that's Tree of Life. Now, the Wild West, I don't know why, but for some reason I was thinking it was mailing out on June 26th. It could have. It could just be delayed in the mail. But the Wild West, we will start getting clues for that. I'm thinking July. I think I think I read somewhere the first clue shipped out on June 26th. I have not looked today, but I do know they did still have some colorways available. So if you want to join us, I will have a link down in the description. You can click that. I'm not an affiliate. It's just their link to help you get there quicker. So that's all my current projects. So now for the new project. That is our sew along. Now this is the box that I have been keeping all my fabrics, all my clues. Let me get all the papers out of the way and get all my clues over here. And I am very positive I can rule out 2 of the squares. The first one that I'm pretty certain I can rule out is, okay, I don't remember what it was called, but it was this one. I do like this. I think it would be great. It really does not have a pattern, I don't believe, but I'm pretty certain I printed something out. I'll have to look again. This was the large block. I made one larger than the other. And it's the one that had the blue in it, in the scrappy part. And that, I just really wasn't crazy about that. So, and I have to think about what people are going to have in their stash. So with that, also, I kind of ruled out some others. Now, that's the first one that I know we're not going to do that one. Although I do think that's beautiful. But I think I want to get a coordinated collection to do that with. Which I do have a coordinated. I am using the Starberry. So I also have to think of that. I'm using a Starberry. So I'm not really going very scrappy. But I do have a charm pack. So that could look scrappy. The next one that I am ruling out, and I love this, I think this is beautiful, is the Lavender Fields by Robert Kaufman. Yeah, I'm sorry, my fan's blowing that. I like this. I really do like this, but I worry about the size of these squares here. That, because I think you take squares and then cut them down. I think that's how that was done. We took squares and cut it down, I think. Yeah, we took squares and then cut them down. So, we took the 10 squares, so 10 inches square. That's going to be hard for people to have stuff like that in their stash unless they sew a lot of layer cake patterns and just have a few left over out of each thing. So that's why I have eliminated this one also from our possibilities. So you know that leaves us with 2. That leaves us with Grandma's Scrappy Quilt, and I love this. Y'all, I love this. Now, out of these 2, well, actually, out of all 4, I will be making a quilt at some point in time of all 4 of these. And whichever one I do not choose, I will be making a quilt of the other one. Probably coinciding with it. So that leaves us the other block. This was the Silverstone. Now the Silverstone, it does have smaller blocks, and this here has these larger blocks. So I'm very concerned about the larger blocks. So the pattern I have chosen is the Silverstone. This pattern I think will work great with people's scraps. This I'm not so sure about because the pattern for Grandma's Scrappy Quilt, let me find it. These squares Well, first off, you need to have 7.5-inch squares to complete these here, your little triangles, your half square triangles. Well, not half square triangle, what are they called? The hourglass blocks. You have to have that. So then you have to have things by 8 inches square or 6.5 inches. So I'm just like, I don't think that is, I think this right here is just a little too big for somebody's scrappy pile. I really think what's going to work best is this one right here, the Silverstone. This is by Robert Kaufman. I will be using the Starberry. Let me go on and pull that out. Yeah, I'm going to tell y'all, I will be making a quilt like this. I love this pattern. I just feel like it's too big to be coming out of somebody's scrap pile. Or, I mean, it is a smash the stash, but it, you know, we thinking scrappy too. Now, what I'll be using is the Starberry. I have 2 charm packs I just bought because I knew I wanted to make something out of this. And I got a layer cake. So, I have a layer cake, 2 charm packs, and my coordinating solid. I can't remember what color this was, but that's my coordinating solid that I'll be using. Now, I did look to see the size of this quilt is not as big as I want it to be. So, I'm wanting to make mine the size of, you know, to cover a queen size bed. Not necessarily overhang the bed, but just to be a top cover over a queen size bed. I would have to add, I think, 63 squares just going to the right, because this finishes at 58.5 by 68. That's a good throw size. That's a really good throw size. But what I think I will do is I will add like an extra row to the side, then one to the bottom until I run out of fabric, really. That's pretty much what it's going to be, until I run out of fabric. Because one thing I have noticed, since I am doing this in my center and my sashing, is going to be the green. One of the things I cannot use is the greens. And so that's going to leave me with some scrappy greens. So what I'm thinking is it's going to take me the layer cake plus my 2 charms, possibly, just to get this done, because I'm not going to be able to use the greens, which is fine, because I will have plenty of the green with this. And I love green. I think it's a beautiful color. But yeah, so what we'll be doing starting Saturday, the first Saturday of July, we will be making the Silverstone. I will include the link to this down in the description. You can print it out. It is a free pattern. It is on robertkaufman.com's website. When you look at it, there, if you just put Silverstone in, it's going to pull you a lot of patterns just in different colors. But that is the one we will be doing for the sew along. I will be creating my Facebook group. Actually, I'm recording this on a Sunday night. I will try to create my Facebook group Monday. And if I'm able to get it created, I will just include the link in the description for you, so y'all can go join. Because what we will be doing the first Saturday of July is just cutting our fabrics. And if we don't get it all done, that will be fine. It will be okay, because we're going to have all of July and all of August to do this. Now, I am going to give away a prize for, I haven't decided what it's going to be judged on. Of creativity, color coordination, color combination. I've not decided yet. So what the Facebook group will be for is to throw your pictures in there. If you do not have a Facebook page, you are more than welcome to email your pictures to me directly. My email address is down in the description, down at the bottom. And it's myhobbyhomelife@gmail.com. So I'll just tell you what it is if you can't find it. It's myhobbyhomelife@gmail.com. Email your photos to me and I will throw them out there in the Facebook group, because I have someone that I will have looking at the photos in the Facebook group, so they'll kind of be giving me their input. Let's just say that, their input. It may be a quilter, maybe a fellow quilter, may not be a fellow quilter. I don't know yet. I haven't decided who I'm going to have do it. I have a few people in mind. But we will be doing the Silverstone. So guys, everyone really seemed to love the Silverstone and the Grandma's Scrappy quilt. I love that scrappy quilt, but I just think it's not, it's a little too big for people's scrappy bins for me. So, but with that being said, that's what we're going to do, is the Silverstone. And hey, maybe later we can throw in that Grandma's Scrappy quilt, because I will be doing one. So guys, this is my updates. My finishes, almost finishes, about to start. My list of hopes and dreams. But guys, tell me what you think. I do love to receive comments. I do love to respond to comments. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Goodbye.